king, but the king in the north whose name is Stark. He's my king, from this day until his last day.
My name's Jon Snow. I'm Lord Commander of the Night's Watch. We're not friends. We've never been friends. We won't become friends today. This isn't about friendship. This is about survival.
The king in the north! The king in the north!
Hola mi gente, my name is Opai Senpai, and today, my friends, not only am I doing an in-depth analysis, but I'm also talking about some of the translation mistakes that were done by the English subtitles. There were a few mistakes and a few differences that you guys should be aware about. So if you want to know everything that happened in the episode and you want to know about all the mistakes and everything, you guys have to watch this whole video because I'm gonna go very in-depth. Alright guys, let's begin.
Be the first to learn about breaking news, anime leaks, fan dubs, and in-depth analysis videos. Subscribe to Anime Live Reactions and enable notifications. Hashtag Notification Squad.
Guys, I also want to give a shout out to Herms and Kenzaro because they were the ones that came up with a lot of these translation mistakes and differences. So shout out to them. Now let's begin with the opening. It says, Sugekoto ga Materundaze. Now that translates, according to the subtitles, something greater waiting not so far away, but that's not actually correct because in fact the anime, they weren't translating from the Japanese opening. They actually took the English lyrics and put it into the opening as the subtitles, okay? So don't be confused by that in case you're trying to learn Japanese. Now some of you may be wondering, how long was Vegeta in the hyperbolic time chamber, the root of spirit and time, okay? And I may have an answer for you. So in episode 62, right before Vegeta went to train, that was around nighttime. And now Goku spent the whole night training to learn the Mafuba, and then they left during the day. So I presume that it's been around 12 hours. Now, in terms of the hyperbolic time chamber, you guys already know that 1 minute of real time in the real world is approximately 6 hours, 5 minutes, and 15 seconds in the hyperbolic time chamber. So the fact that Vegeta trained for, let's say, 12 hours, I really think he trained for 12 hours, means that he's really trained for half a year, okay? So that's how much additional training he has over Goku, and this is gonna be very important. You're gonna see very soon. Master Roshi says, "Go show the future world the strength of the Kame style." Okay, he doesn't say it that way, but the Kame style, he's basically referring to the Todo school, which is the martial arts school founded by Master Roshi, okay? And that was basically the school that he created to continue the style, the knowledge, and the teaching of his previous sensei, Master Mutaito. And now here is something very important. Now, according to the subtitles, it says, "I will defeat him then. My power will reach an ultimate level." But there should be a better translation than ultimate level. In fact, the better way to translate this, according to Herms, will be maximum, okay? So instead of saying, so it should be more like my power will be maximum instead of the ultimate level. And I think that's a very important distinction because it's really showing us that their power level is coming to a cap, or pretty much to the highest that it could be. So I like that translation by Herms much better. Now some people were confused about the Mai miss. Did she hit him in the face? Okay, I have evidence for you. So the bullet that Future Bulma created for Future Mai, I believe that bullet is strong enough to kill Goku Black, okay? Because if it wasn't strong enough to kill Goku Black, then the whole fact that she missed would pretty much be insignificant. So the whole purpose here is that if she didn't miss, it would have killed Goku Black. But because she missed, she actually hit the Butara earring, as you can see by the evidence in front of you, and that is how Goku Black was able to survive. Some people are wondering whether Future Trunks has a transformation or just a power boost. It's interesting to see that in this episode, he was able to go into his form and control his ki to an extent. So it's very interesting that he's able to at will go into this form, and then they really do the liberty to really show us that his hair is much different. So if you do think that this is a transformation, you may not be wrong. Now I'm gonna reserve my judgment until we have a confirmation. So in the meantime, you can say that it's either a transformation or a power boost until we actually have the real answer. But that might not be for a while. But you know, it's fine to think either way. And isn't it weird that Goku Black looks like Pinocchio? But anyways, last week in my episode 62 in-depth analysis, in my episode 63 preview, I asked you guys, what do you think this is? And 99.9% of you got it right. This is the Gallic Gun. I am so happy that my community, my subscribers are intelligent. You guys aren't dumb. You guys are very smart. And that's what I like to see. Now this is extremely important because now when I saw this, I instantly knew, even before the time machine was broken, I instantly knew that this is symbolizing the fact that Goku and Vegeta, they're not going back home anytime soon. All right, this is pretty much gonna be the final stand. And I'm telling you, I have more evidence to show you that this was done on purpose from the director's point of view, as a visual indication to show us what I just told you. So if you don't believe me, I have more evidence. This I also found very interesting because some people may, and I have an answer for you, some people are wondering whether Trunks has achieved the level of a god. And this gives us the answer. The answer is no. He has not achieved Super Saiyan Blue transformation. And the reason why I say this is because if he was able to become a god, alright, then he will be able to sense the key of other gods, just like Goku and Vegeta are. But it is very evident in the episode that Trunks was not able to sense the fact that Zamasu was right behind him. He was only able to notice it through his sword. So I do think that, and I'm pretty confident to say that he has not reached the level of God Ki, okay? And by the way, Ki, God Ki, I'm gonna make you'll see in a second. Zamasu says, no matter how much you people awaken your power, you only serve as a foil for me. And that's not actually the best way to translate this. There's actually a better way to translate this, which I'm gonna point out right now. Now, the better way to say this would be, the stronger you people get, the more you realize the difference between us, okay? And that is a much better translation. Thank you to Ken Zyro for that. Apparently somebody at Toei Animation loves wrestling because this is taken straight from wrestling. That's a wrestling move. And shout out to Geekdom 101 for being the first person to notice this. But yeah, I found that to be very awesome. Not only that, but I want to draw comparisons to Vegeta's final atonement. Now there is a difference because Vegeta committed something gravely, which was he killed innocent people. Now what Trunks didn't do that on purpose and directly. Now I think the reason that they did this move is to show some sort of symbolism that Trunks internally is facing the same type of feeling that Vegeta was back in the day. And that is, remember, one of the only reasons why Trunks was able to get this new power boost or transformation was because Zamasu told him that, you know what, it's your fault that we did the Zero Mortals plan, and that pretty much is your fault that everybody is dead. So technically it's almost like you killed them, and this angered Trunks, okay? So I think Trunks internally kind of feels like he needs to pay for his sins. He needs to atone for his sins to a certain degree. Not as much as Vegeta, but I definitely think that there is symbolism going on around here. And also there are some inconsistencies with Dragon Ball Super in terms of violence. So you guys remember right before episode 47, when you had the whole Planet Patofu and all that stuff, copy Vegeta, they didn't want to use real blood. They used like a different color. And then when Vegeta got stabbed by Goku Black, his blood was like really dark red. But right now, Trunks' blood is more of a lighter, faded red. So there are inconsistencies with the animation in terms of how they decide to show violence. But you know what? It's better than nothing, right? Now here's another difference, because the subtitles, they decided to use Trunks' energy is fading away. And that is not really how it would have been better if they translated this to Trunks' ki is fading away, but it seems like they're moving away from using the word ki and might possibly be using energy. Now this might be confusing once they start saying God ki, because if they say God energy, I feel like that's just very, very off. So I really do hope that they end up still using the word God ki in future episodes. Now this was done off screen, but people are wondering how did Trunks pretty much heal so quickly, and most likely it was because of the sensu beans. Now we didn't see that in the episode, but we can assume that was done off screen. And here's another place where I want to clarify this, because this might be confusing. It says with the subtitles that they used, the foolish god starting with Gowasu gave you intelligence, and that is not the best way to put that sentence together, because it almost sounds like they're saying that Gowasu was the first god to give intelligence to mortals, and that is not correct. So the proper way to really translate this would be the foolish gods like Gowasu gave you intelligence. Okay, so hopefully they fix that. They probably won't, but you know what, the subtitles overall though are pretty good. I'm not gonna complain too much. And I love this shot. Now here we go, a bunch of haters from this community. There's not that many of you, thankfully, for my subscribers, but some of you may say what I'm about to say. Some of you may reply, "Oh, he's overanalyzing. He's overanalyzing." But guys, remember, when I was in college, I studied film, cinematography, how to direct, storytelling, that sort of thing. And this is a visual clue and a visual indication that was done on purpose to show us that Vegeta is slightly stronger than Goku right now at this point. Because yes, not only was he training for a while in the hyperbolic time chamber, but this visual key really shows us that he is ahead of Goku. I wouldn't say by too much, okay? I wouldn't say by too much, but I do think that he is stronger than him, which is pretty evident throughout the episode. It might not be for long, but he is stronger. And again, some of you might think I'm overanalyzing, but you can think that if you want. Now, for the rest of you who don't think I'm overanalyzing, I think you guys are on the money, because you guys were able to notice little details, because that's the whole purpose of doing an in-depth analysis, to notice the little details that other people may have missed, the details that aren't obvious, because they're not gonna baby feed everything to us. Sometimes they want us to figure it out for ourselves, and that is why I'm here. Okay, now here we have another answer that I'm very happy about. So some people are wondering, how are they able to go into other universe or other timelines if they are wearing the silver time ring? But the thing is, they're actually not, and here is where we get the clarification in the episode. So when Gowasu shows his finger, you can see that it is clearly green in terms of the time ring. The time ring is green, which means he used one of the green time rings to go into another timeline, okay? But then within a few seconds it turns silver, which basically it turns silver to show you that he is now in that timeline, okay? But just because it's silver doesn't mean that he didn't use the green one. I just wanted to clarify that. And now the talk of the town. This is extremely important because this actually blew my mind. All right, so Goku-san, unfortunately, when the god and angel serves, when the god of an angel serves servant, it's a little weird how they translate this. Serf dies, the angel ceases to function until the next god appears. And the Goku says, "An angel? So Whis is an angel?" Okay guys, this was not a translation mistake. This was a direct translation. There is only one way, guys, that you can translate the word Tenshi. And Tenshi translates directly to angel. So it is confirmed that Whis is an angel. And this might be a discussion for another day, because I can go on for a long time talking about this. And this is another important point. You may have missed this, but they said, at the same time, in unison, their voices together, they said, there need be only one God, okay? Now, this is an indication, and obviously we know that fusion is coming, but right in this episode, they really showed us that it was their plan all along. From the beginning, it was their plan to fuse and become one God. They literally don't want two gods. They don't want two Zamasus. They want just one ultimate god ruling the multiverse. So I love this. And this is interesting because I think this is evidence to show us that Vegito is coming. And there's two reasons why. Number one, Gowasu wants to bear witness until the very end of his foolish student. So that's showing us that he is gonna stay there indeed. Now, in terms of which Potara earrings are they going to use, most likely they're going to use the yellow ones from the Supreme Kai of Universe 7. The reason why I say this is not only are we familiar with that, but also there is no other reason to have him here, the Universe 7 Supreme Kai. The only real reason to have him come here is so that they can use his Potara earrings for the fusion of Goku and Vegeta. So that is my prediction. We'll see if it happens. Bulma has 19 capsules. She is ready to fix the time machine. And she's gonna fix it. But I think this is extremely important, guys. Oh my god, guys, I have a bold statement to make, okay? Here we go. Oh, okay, so because they're gonna be using super glue to fix the urine, however you wanna say it, the Mafuba jar, okay? So here's my prediction, and here we go, guys. You heard it here. And I'm not the only one who thinks this, but my prediction is that Vegito is going to seal Merge Zamasu away using the Mafuba. He's gonna put him in the Mafuba jar. But because Trunks used super glue to fix the jar, that means that it's very possible that in the future, maybe a few arcs from now, Zamasu or Merge Zamasu is going to break free from the containment, okay? Because there may be some little cracks. Maybe the glue I really do think that super glue is not good enough, and I think this is giving us the excuse for in the future breaking free of Merge Zamasu from the Mafuba jar. I think it's gonna happen, guys. Let me know if you agree. I love this line, guys. I love this line. So Vegeta is pretty much explaining that because Zamasu is using a vessel, he can't really fully grasp the full power of the Saiyan cells. Only a true Saiyan can truly grasp the power of the Saiyans, okay? So he could be wrong, it could just be him being cocky, but I love the fact that at the very end, we haven't heard this in many years, he finally says, I am the Saiyan Prince. Yes, Vegeta is back, baby, savage. But now the last thing I want to point out is this. In the closing, alright, in the closing, unlike the opening where they pretty much took the English lyrics, the closing of the anime actually directly translated from the Japanese. So I'm very happy that they did that because it is much more accurate. So these are pretty much all the points from the in-depth analysis. Thank you to Herms and to Kenzaro for the translations of pointing those things out. And let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this episode. Do you guys want me to do more in my upcoming in-depth analysis? Do you guys want me to kind of break down also, like I did in this episode, to break down the differences between the translations and to point out any mistakes that they may have done? Let me know in the comments below if you want me to do that. And I might actually go back and watch the previous episodes and let you guys know of any translation differences that you guys should know about. Okay, guys? Thank you so much for watching, guys. Make sure you stay tuned for my English dub episode 64 preview video coming soon. But in the meantime, I want you guys to watch one of the videos I did with Geekdom 101 where we talked about some of the footage that was shown in Super Dragon Ball Heroes from the trailer, and that might show us that Vegito is coming. And I also want you guys to see one of the theories that I did for fun, okay? It was anime theory, Beerus is gonna kill Merge Zamasu. Man, it's a fun video. I want you guys to watch it just because it's a lot of fun, and I'll see you guys next time.